Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back for a vinyl update. It's probably been a little over a month since I made a video. The last video I made was that garage sale haul, and I ended up with tons of pretty cool records from that haul. So yeah, I've been broke. I've been the month of July and August and September had a lot of bills to pay, and so I was didn't really buy a whole lot of records. Didn't really do a lot of anything except save up money. So I had some money saved. We picked up a few records at the thrift store, the antique mall, ordered a few offline, and this past Saturday, my fiance, my daughter, and I went to Bloomington, which is about an hour south of me, and she wanted to do some shopping, get some clothes for the baby, and so I said, well, I'm going to stop at the record store. So I stopped at Reverberation Vinyl, picked up a few records there. So just going to jump right into it. I have a lot to show. So what's playing in the background? Oasis. What's the Story? Morning Glory. This is a good 90s alternative album. Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova, huge hits on this album. So it's cool to find that. I found that for 10 cents actually. So I'll jump right into it. Thrift store finds all these records are 50 cents a piece. So some of the covers were pretty beat up. The jackets were really beat up, but the records were fine. So first off, I got John Lennon, Rock and Roll. It's a lot of covers. Chuck Berry does a lot of Chuck Berry covers. Stand By Me, Bebop-A-Lula, Slippin' and Slidin', Peggy Sue. It's pretty cool to find this. So John Lennon, Rock and Roll. I haven't listened to any of these yet. Still have to clean them. I've been super busy lately. So Walls and Bridges by John Lennon. Not a lot of huge hits. I don't think there's any big hits on this album, but once again, I can't wait to give it a cleaning and spin it because I've never heard this album before. So John Lennon, Walls and Bridges. As you can see, it's pretty beat up, but hey, the records were fine. 50 cents a piece. I'm not gonna pass on it. So Walls and Bridges by John Lennon. I knew nothing about this record. Charlie D and Milo. Haven't listened to it yet, but I did listen to a few samples on YouTube. It's kind of like folk rock, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I thought the album cover looked pretty cool, so that's why I picked it up. Charlie D and Milo. If anybody else knows anything about Charlie D and Milo, feel free to shoot me a message or a comment. I'd like to know more. Another Supertramp for the collection, Even in the Quietest Moments by Supertramp. Cool album cover. I love the piano, the snow, the mountains. Cool album cover. Give a Little Bit was a huge hit off this album. I'm a big fan of Supertramp. You know, I dig the standard classic rock. Finally found a decent copy of Uriah Heep's Demons and Wizards. Every time I find this, it's really beat up. The record's really beat up, but the record was actually in really good shape on the old Mercury label. Yeah, I still have to clean them, but I mean, a little dusty. But the records are in really good shape, so can't wait to give that a cleaning and a spin. I have it on cassette, so it's a good album. The back of this album creeped me out. He's just waiting to put something in his mouth. Steve Miller Band, The Joker. I have not a lot of Steve Miller Band in the collection. I have two of his earlier records before he got really huge and had all those hits, like The Joker, for example. So, The Joker, Steve Miller Band. This was a cool find. 2-record set. Steve Miller Band Anthology from 1968 to 1972. So this is early Steve Miller. Some really good titles on here. It's got like a booklet. Tells a little bit about the band and who's playing on this album, the songs. Cool to find this 2-record set of some early good Steve Miller Band. Happy to find that. We got Three Dog Night, It Ain't Easy. Mama Told Me Not to Come was a big hit on this. So, yeah, I found a lot of Three Dog Night at the garage sale, so I picked this up. I enjoy it. Some solid classic rock and roll with good, very good horn section. So much like Chicago, Three Dog Night, it ain't easy. What else did I pick up? Oh, Foghat's first album. As you can tell, there's, it's pretty beat up, the jacket, but the records are in good shape, so it's all that matters. Foghat's self-titled debut. I only have one other Foghat album, so it's cool to find their first record. This was an interesting find. Among all the classic rock, this popped up. Jan Hammer, The First 7 Days. Definitely synthesize. It's what Jan Hammer's known for: synthesizers, pianos, electric piano, Moog synthesizer, Oberheim synthesizer, digital sequencer, drums, percussion. It's a pretty good album. Definitely heavy synthesizer sound. So not bad. Jan Hammer's First 7 Days. I believe this is his debut solo album after playing with Mahavishnu Orchestra and whatnot. Even played with Miles Davis, I do believe. This is a cool find. Double Vision by Foreigner. I had Foreigner's first album, that was it. And I found this for 50 cents. I couldn't pass it up. It's in actually really good shape. Double Vision. The song Double Vision, Hot Blooded, Blue Morning, Blue Day. Huge album. Some good classic rock Foreigner. And I completed my ZZ Top collection. I was really happy to find this. Tejas by ZZ Top. The jacket's got a big rip in it. But, cool picture of the band. Really good. Early ZZ Top, raw, just before all the huge hits, like Eliminator, Afterburner. I like those albums as well, but I think this is very good. Early ZZ Top is just fantastic. I love the trio. I love the dirty southern rock kind of sound they have. Tejas by ZZ Top. So that's it for the thrift store finds. Found some cool ones at the antique mall. Yeah, some really decent deals I found. The Bob Seger System. This is Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. I do believe this is Bob Seger's first album. Early, once again, raw Bob Seger. Pre-Silver Bullet Band and pre all the hits that he had, before all that, we had the Bob Seger System. This is a really good album. Early, raw, just awesome sound to it. The Bob Seger System. Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. I found J.R. Walker, Junior Walker. Peace and Understanding is Hard to Find. Junior Walker and the All-Stars. This is a good album. Funky, soulful, really good horns on this album. They do a cover, It's Too Late, with Carole King, and I Can See Clearly Now. Johnny Nash cover. Done really well. Really good, kind of soulful album here. Very good. And Junior Walker actually did the saxophone solo on the song Urgent by Foreigner. So that's a cool little piece of history. This was an awesome find. Beast. Simply just beast. To me it looked psychedelic, and that's exactly what it is. Fuzzy, psychedelic sound. I was listening to this the other night, and I just got lost in this record. Very good. Beast. It's 1969 on the Cotillion label. Great record. Like I said, just psychedelic rock is what it is. Beast. Awesome album. You got trumpet, harmonica, flute, saxophones, organ, guitars. Very good. Like I said, I just got lost. I got absorbed in this record, and I just kind of lost myself. So, Beast. 1969. What else did we find? This I was really excited to find this. Paid $1 for this record. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. This is a good album. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Shout, Head Over Heels. The album in its entirety is a really good album. Yeah, Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, and you can see it was originally $8 at Walmart. But I got it for $1, and I couldn't pass it up. I was actually really excited to find this. So, Songs from the Big Chair by Tears for Fears. I do believe that's it for the antique mall finds and thrift store. I thought I had more, but oh yeah. A couple more I forgot. couple more antique mall finds. A band called Mandingo, I-5. This is from, what year is this from? 90, I can't remember, I want to say 93, 95 maybe. Look at that eerie album cover. The woman is just getting choked to death. But it's a good punk rock trio from Phoenix, Arizona. Very, very good. I love it. Mandingo, I-5. Some good punk rock, good stuff. And I found, I'll save these two for last. I found White Snake, Live in the Heart of the City. I wasn't a huge Whitesnake fan. All I knew was Here We Go Again, later 80s kind of hair metal, hair rock, Whitesnake. So I looked at this, and this is from 83. Oh, 1980. So it looked cool, and plus I noticed, I don't know if you can see, yeah. John Lord on keyboards, Ian Pace on drums, David Coverdale on vocals, a little bit of Deep Purple. I believe David Coverdale was in Deep Purple earlier in his career, so this is really good hard rock, almost kind of metal in a way. Just very, very good hard rock. I enjoyed this. So Whitesnake, Live in the Heart of the City. I was happy to find that. These next two albums were thrift store. I found this at a thrift store. U2's The Joshua Tree. I was never a big U2 fan. I never really gave him a chance. I knew what I knew from the radio, and that was it. So The Joshua Tree, it's a good album. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that love this record, and this was basically, a lot of people say this is kind of like their breakthrough album. It's not bad. Where the Streets Have No Name, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, With or Without You. Red Hill Mining Town, that's a good one. No, it's not a bad album. I was never into U2, so I gave this a spin. I found this at the thrift store. So it's not bad. It's a pretty good album. U2's The Joshua Tree. But after listening to that album, I picked this record up. War by U2. This album I love. I think this is a great album. New Year's Day was always probably my favorite hit that U2 had. I love the song New Year's Day, and Sunday, Bloody Sunday, Drowning Man, Two Hearts Beat as One. This is a very good album. I used to not like U2. I just never got into them. But now, I like The Joshua Tree, but I really, really enjoy War. This is a great, great album. U2's War. And, yeah, really good album. So I found this at the antique mall. Couldn't pass it up. So, that's it for now. I'm going to make another video right after this, kind of try to keep them short. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's good to be back, as always. I've been very busy, and I apologize if I haven't responded back to comments or messages. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. I apologize. So I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, hope to see some familiar faces again. So take care of yourself. Stay tuned for another video. And as always, we'll talk soon.